the green dot, all that kind of stuff, communicate?
Really nothing. Honestly, the only difference is I get the plays first before everybody else. I mean, when Fred's out there, like I prepare the same way every week, and he does the same thing. So I mean, when he's communicating, he gets the call out instantly. I'm communicating to my side, he's communicating to his side. So obviously, like his presence itself, just who he is, what he means to this team, is going to be missed. But as far as for me, how I prepare different, I really don't.
Do you guys have any practice time where you get the practice stat ahead of time, just so logistically you're ready to go? I know you did it during the game this past week, but before that, did you have any practice with the radio in your helmet?
I mean, I practiced like literally since my rookie year. I've always been the backup mic, so I have to have it in my headset every practice anyway. So it's literally nothing different, honestly.
You have a backup mic in games too?
I have a second helmet that has a backup mic in it because in the game only one person can have it, which just kind of sucks because I'm so used to like in practice being out the huddle like, all right, cool. So now like I gotta listen, but yeah, I have another helmet for whenever something like what happened last week happens.
What happens in a game when Fred leaves? Do you keep your helmet? They just literally like put a dot on the top of it and activate it?
So no, it's literally a sticker. Like that dot is really nothing. It's just to let, I guess, the people who are recording or whatever case may be, maybe the referees or whoever knows who has it in their helmet. But inside the helmet, like I have to literally have a separate helmet that's on the sideline that has the dot on the back and that has the microphone in it, the attachments and everything because it's underneath the pads. So.
Does that bother you at all? Because I know some guys are really particular about the specific helmet. Is it?
Honestly, no. Like, only thing that is weird is just my face mask is different, so I gotta go talk to the equipment guys. But other than that, like, I mean, I guess like for me, I wear my hair 30 different ways sometimes. So sometimes I got froze, sometimes it's braided down. So I guess like I don't know, it doesn't bother me.
Your mic caused my colleagues with the Alzheimer's Association. Why did that speak to you?
It spoke to me because my grandfather, he actually has dementia. And I remember when I first noticed it was my rookie year. And it was when we were in Sarasota getting ready to play the Saints, and I was able to go up to Tampa and see him. And at the time I didn't know, but we had sat down and we were talking about the season. And I just remember, like, because he's going blind as well. I just remember, like, we were talking and some of the stuff we had just talked about, I'm just hearing him say, like, repetitively, and it was kind of funny. But, you always be like, oh, he's old, so just relax. But then I remember right before I left, my grandmother had told me that he had dementia, that it kind of just really, the person that he was to me, he's such a big influence in my life and meant a lot to me just growing up. He's really, him and my mother are the two biggest inspirations I had to even be here. So something obviously that's really dear to my heart.
How involved is Fred Warner in helping you prepare this week?
I mean, honestly, Fred and me, like we talk every day, regardless, like even when he was playing or not. So I think he's really helped me a lot just in general, just overall, and I've done the same just from communicating and talking to him. So honestly, I think he believes in me and I believe in myself. So it's just really like just picking up where we left off. Like if there's things throughout the week, any other week of the season when I am playing and he's playing, and I'll talk to him about it if it's something that I'm not really on the same page with. So he's always kind of there for me to be able to piggyback ideas off of or whatever. He might see something a different way. So I don't think anything's changed from how he is to me now than what he was before.
Demetrius Linnegan Fowles doesn't get a lot of publicity. What can you tell us about him? Type of guy he is, type of player he is?
Oh man, the type of guy he is, like he's a great dude. That's one of my closest teammates. I hang out with him a lot. As far as like how he prepares, man, he shows up, does everything you ask him to do. I mean, he's another guy other than myself who's had to play all three linebacker spots, which I mean, it seems like it's easy, but all three of them have their own individual ideas and their own individual techniques. And so I think just the way he's been able to prepare. And obviously he shows up on special teams, and he's one of our dogs on special teams. So I think it's going to be good for him to be able to get more playing time and be able to just show what he could really do.
You might have to spend 60 or so snaps with him. I mean, in this game, does that closeness that you have, that rapport, kind of show up in those circumstances?
I think it does. Just for like our whole group, our whole defense is really tight. Offense, everything. I think as a team, we're just really close. But when you talk about our linebacker room, like all of us are really close with each other. So kind of like what I talked about a little bit last week, when you have like somebody like Fred and Dre go down, like the guys that come in, Marcel and Demetrius, like we all talk to each other. We're all really close with each other. So it's not like, I'm in with a guy I really don't feel comfortable with. Like we're all comfortable with each other. So we've been together for like the last 2.5 years. So
All right. Thank you, guys.
no problem.